Hi guys, good morning. Guess it's almost the noon mark. Oh, it's past noon. That goes to tell you where I'm at. Okay, so I am up in Montana and we've been up here. My mom and I have been up here helping my brother and his kids while they have been, or helping my brother and his wife with their kids. They've been in Portugal for the past 10 days and they come home tomorrow, so which means we get to go home tomorrow. Um, their little kids are so cute, but we have four underneath 5 years old, and it has been absolutely crazy. We've all had a cold. I've had a chest cold. We've all had it, except for my mom, um, which has been a blessing because if we were all sick, that would be miserable. Anyways, I didn't do a video last week. I just had a lot going on, and I just wanted to come on here and talk for a minute about our stories and how we can use them to influence other people's lives. Um, you know, uh, stories are, I guess, our stories and what we have gone through is how we can help others in their hard times, or even to help them see that there is hope. Um, and the things that things in our past that we're not proud of, sometimes other people just need to know that it's okay to just be human, and not be perfect. I think a lot of times as we go through life, we feel like we should do this or we shouldn't do that, or if we could go back, we do this, or and we need to look forward with life is not so black and white; it is very gray, and uh, know that our stories will give hope, and also help people to know that life does go on after hard times. It's important that you share a part of your soul with people. If we go through life closed off and are not willing to help others see the side of us, that just totally directed me somewhere else. But if we go through life closed off, that's not a very fulfilling life. I can't tell you how many years I have gone through my life with walls up all around, and I've been afraid to let anybody see the dark, scary, ugly parts of me that I'm not proud of. And what I've come to realize, the older that I get, the more that those things aren't even, like, they're more normal than not, and I'm not alone. Um, it's really not easy to face the things that you're not proud of, or to accept those as you are, and as a human being. That's why we're here. We're here to learn and to grow and to make mistakes and to learn from those mistakes. And you know, we get into relationships, and then we get hurt in relationships, and then we take that baggage to the next relationship, and then that it affects that relationship, and then everything that happens, and over time you just become jaded, and you don't really feel like you start to lose hope in a better future and a new beginning, and um it becomes a very lonely existence. um and that's how my life has been over um my lifetime, and that is not necessarily even in relationships. I know that it has happened that in relationships, but as far as even friendships, you know, um, you just become kind of closed off, and then it affects your friendships as well. You're not very vulnerable with anybody else, and it's very hard for you um, to let anybody in, or to be a good friend to anybody else. It's a lonely existence, and until you allow yourself to be vulnerable and to open up and to actually um, you know give of yourself, it requires something of you, and it's scary because you don't want to be hurt in in the exchange of a relationship or a friendship. But without that, that's a really, really miserable way to live and go through life. Um, and always being afraid, that's no way to live either. Um, always being afraid of what, one thing that I love to do, not healthy either, is project, what I think is going to happen, even if it hasn't even happened yet. Well, what if this happens, or what if that happens, or what if he does this, or what if he leaves, or what if this, what if that, what if that, what if that. All of that doesn't help me to do anything other than make excuses on why I should be alone. That's the only thing that does. And then also that's in friendships too. Something somebody gets said, especially with social media right now. A lot of messaging, a lot of text messaging, Facebook messaging, all of that. Things get taken out of context a lot, and we make up a story in our mind of how we think. Um, we 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 make up what they're thinking without them even saying it, and it causes a lot of problems. I'm terrible at communication. I always project what I think somebody's thinking, or what they will or won't want to do, or um, what they're about, or what's going to happen. Or I'm always, I'm not always, I'm really trying not to use that word, but um, always, never, can't. Those, I hate that vocabulary, and I'm really trying not to say it. So, but oftentimes I do that. I project my fear of the future on things that have not even happened yet, and it severely affects my now, my reality now, and my happiness too. You can't be happy when you're always thinking that somebody's always thinking poorly of you, or not wanting to be with you, or things like that, relationships, friendships, whatever, or even in work. You have a boss or somebody that you're working with, and there's an exchange that happens, and you automatically go to worst case scenario. Um, and it really affects the way that you interact with people, and it also affects the way that your business happens. Putting yourself out there and being vulnerable is not easy, but it's something that I think we all need to do a little bit more of, and I think this world would be a much better place. Um, People wouldn't be so alone or feel like they are the odd one in situations, because honestly, we are way more alike than we are different. And if we would communicate that with each other, I think that we would have a much better world that we live in. Like, less suicides, and less all these things that people isolate, and it just festers within them, and they think they're different and that nothing can change. And, we just need to learn to love each other a little bit more, love ourselves a little bit less. Well, I guess in the right ways. Love yourself, but care for other people more. Um, there's a really fine line between loving yourself and loving yourself too much. So, and we're not here for ourselves, we're here for others. So, anyways, I guess that's just my thoughts for today, and I hope y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. And we'll see ya later. Bye, guys.